talk about a topic, a topic that I kind of want to get into. But before we talk about the topic, I want to remind everybody real quick because this kind of like really, I guess, like stirred up a little bit of something something. But I want to get into the definition real fast of savagely uncut. And Ms. Lala didn't know I was going to do this, but I knew we were going to talk about this topic. So let me just talk about it. When before I approached Lala about Savagely Uncut, I had this vision of what I thought Savagely Uncut could be. And Savagely Uncut, I wanted it to be a platform where we talk about everything real. Now, some people want to make comments of like, y'all want to talk about everything that's real. Yes, meaning these are our life stories. These are experiences that we've gone through. These are our opinions. Now, whether you agree with it or not, that's a you problem, not an us problem. Okay.
Exactly.
We want to talk, we want to be a podcast where you can either relate to us, cry with us, laugh with us, or, be like, what she say type thing, and, if you don't agree, that's okay too. Like, let us know, let us know in the comments, maybe email us, if you have a question about maybe something we said, definitely, get with us, let's talk about it. You want to come on the show, you have, you're confused about something we said or whatever, or you didn't like it. I mean, we can have a healthy debate, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
we
can have a conversation.
We can have a conversation about it. It's also a place where we also want you to voice your own opinion. Like I said, these are our own personal opinions, how we see the world or how we see certain subjects. Like I said, back to experiences we've gone through and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I've also always seen this to be a bigger platform, and just having those conversations to be something serious to be able to help others. I know we started off at the gates talking about dating and all this other stuff, but we also want to talk about other serious stuff later, when it comes down to it, because there are people out there that don't have somebody to listen to or talk to, but with that all being said, this is our opinion, and we know you listen, but really listen, because if you take something that we say and make it, something else, then that becomes a problem, right? So with all that being said, in that little definition of why I wanted to build Savagely Uncut, not to be controversial where you take what we say and you want to make it into something that you want it to be, when that's not what it is, and I get it. I get that we're on a social media platform and we're recording, and people are gonna, interpret it however, whatever we say, however they want to say it, and have a problem with it, right? But there's a difference, right? Difference in what we say. Right. So, like I said, with that being said, we talked about how guys be having so many pictures of their penis in their phone, right? I think we made a comment of like, I was like, it's like they just be sending them to everybody. It's like they just have a whole category, a whole catalog of dick pics in their phone. Like they just keep them in there, so the next person they talk to, they send it. The next person they talk to, they send it, and then if everybody watched the last live, Miss Lala said that she made a comment and I made a comment, right? And your comment was, you pretty much said that, well, I'll let you go ahead and say it. What was your exact comment that you said when we were talking about dick pics?
They send them out like postcards.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And I also said that they, you don't know if they're sending them to not just you, but to a man as well.
Right, which is, they could be sending everybody. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Shoot, maybe their mama.
But some people took it as if I'm putting out something personal about myself, which was completely untrue. What I said was, they could be. That did not mean me. That did not mean that I have a specific sexual preference on anything or what you made up in your mind.
Right.
That's not what I said.
Right.
I can tell you exactly what I said. Yeah. I said they send them out like postcards. And they could be sending them to a man as well.
Right.
Where you got that misconstrued, I have no idea because I
Yeah.
said exactly just that.
Yeah, that was crazy because even I was just like, wait, what? I was like, nowhere in that conversation did that ever
Nowhere,
happen. I was shocked
nowhere.
too. And I think I made a joke to, I made a joke of like, yeah, because some of them dudes be having a little sugar in their tank. You never know until you meet them. Like, so
Exactly.
it's like, I really, it's like that word assumption that we were talking about, like assumption
Oh yeah.
makes an ass
Oh
out of
yeah.
you. Okay. Not
But
me, but you.
but
you know?
not only that though, you really think about it, like you could always ask a question.
And that's why I said
A
what I
lot
said.
of stuff can be
Hmm.
a lot of information. Wrong information doesn't have to be put out there if you just ask a question.
Right.
Like you can actually, especially on the live, you can go into the chat and you could ask a question.
Yeah.
But you preferred to go on another site to
Hmm.
say something that you know nothing about.
Right. And I get it. I get that. And we talked about this before we even got started. I get that. One, we're gonna have haters. Two, we're gonna have jealous people. Three, we're gonna have people that own opinions about us. That is fine. We don't have a problem whether you like us, you don't like us. We ain't losing no sleep over that shit. What we do have a problem is if you take something we say sincere, or you take something that we're talking about, and then you twist the words and then you make it your own thing somewhere
Yeah.
else. Because like somebody else says, this is already recorded, is out there. So not only is our stuff out there, but then your stuff is out there. So then, you don't know who's watching that stuff. And then it's like, wait, what? And so it's, it just really sucks. Another reason, we don't use real names on this show. Some people have a problem with us using real names. They don't feel
Right.
like we're bringing receipts. Now, when I say raw, real, uncut, and we bring receipts, like I've explained this before, I think on our first live, you gotta challenge us, and in anything that we say, then we'll show you some receipts. That does not mean that we need to name drop at all. Period. Um,
Oh,
a friend of mine told me, and he's a cop, he told me, hey, when they do like TV shows, cop shows, that they don't ever put nobody's real name on there because they're protecting that person that they're talking about, whether it's
yeah.
a cop show, Verse 48 type show,
Mhm.
any of that. So we'll never name drop. We're not here to do that, but we're also here, but everything that we talk about is real. So whether you want to believe this or not, but the main thing is please don't take something that we say and make it into something that's yours. Because
Right.
it just is not cool. And hey,
Yeah, if you
like
want to be like the National Enquirer, that's on you. But don't sit here and make it seem like I said something that
mm-hmm,
was you made up a whole scenario in your head
right,
about what I said. It has nothing to do with that.
right. But when you do that, it could ruin other people's lives, not only your life, other people's lives, and especially when it's not true. It's
Yes.
different. Like, I always know that, like, if you become somebody famous, people dig into your background and they might bring up stuff. Okay, got it. I always get like people like want to talk shit behind your back and try to start shit. But when you try to make somebody that they're not, or put that out there, that can actually ruin somebody. And it's just like, over for what? Because you're trying to be messy, you're just trying to make a name
You
for
absolutely
yourself, you know
are.
what I'm saying? You're trying to be funny, because sometimes, just the little thing can, change that whole you know um the whole outlook on somebody. And I just think that's just not cool. So
Right.
I
Absolutely.
just wanted to let everybody know that, because it's
Hmm.
it's coming. It's coming. So I was just like, let me go ahead and break this down real quick, because I'm gonna have my girls back no matter what. So how nobody. And let me just say one more thing. But I don't retract shit. So I don't know. When I get it, like, y'all thought I
Right.
was retracting. How about go back and watch the whole full episode, and then listen, like really use your listening ears, because I know some people like to, some people like to do the Charlie Brown method where it's like wah 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 wah. If you're gonna do that, don't tell nobody they be tracking on anything when you don't know the whole truth. Like go back and really listen and stop Charlie Brown and that shit, because
Right.
we definitely come up with our receipts, and our live is our total receipt right there. On some, if you think about it, that's our receipt. So bottom line, don't fuck with my girl, because then you gotta come to me.
Exactly.
They come to me, and if everybody knows Miss Savage out there, she don't be fucking around. So listen, So with that being said, I will like moving on to another thing that John said. I was trying to look at my notes because I had wrote it down when he said women are ruthless, because remember I was like, do you ever go into a date and thinking like, ooh, I need to find a way to get out, and and he was like,
She
what?
was just hungry. He said
Oh
she
my
was
god,
just hungry.
that comment had me dying. Like all she wanted to do was she was just hungry, girl. That should have me cracking up. He was like, they just be wanting some food sometimes, and I'm like, what?
Right.
They just want a free meal? Like I'm so confused. Like let
Well,
me give
maybe,
you this.
but did you think about it? Maybe somebody just sometimes you just want some company,
Yeah.
and that's why I said sometimes you have to put people in their categories. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we can hang out, but I just technically just want a little company.
Right.
I don't
Right.
really want nothing else other than that. There's nothing
Right.
wrong with it, but
Mm-hmm.
say that.
Right. That's true. Like you said, you were like, you have this guy that, take out dinner. You might have this guy that might pay a bill. You might have this guy that, you know,
Exactly.
run you a
You
bubble bath type thing.
there. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean.
I mean, hey, But yeah, I thought that was so funny when he said they just be hungry. Girl, I fell out. I was like, that must be
Yeah,
the funniest thing
he was
ever.
a great guest. He
It
was.
was
I
so
think
funny,
he,
girl.
the last two lives that we've
Hmm.
had some awesome men just come on to the show, and I
Hmm.
truly, truly appreciate them coming on the show and actually being very entertaining.
And
And we
real,
got more to come, of course.
of
But
course.
yeah,
But being real, they're actually they came on and took it serious.
yes,
They weren't like horsing around. They actually answered questions. Oh my god, talk about questions. How about the question he asked us? Like he took the question that we actually gave. He could have asked us anything, but he
hmm
wanted to learn about women. Like he wanted to know our opinion about how he knows how to pick the right one. And I just thought that was so like I just thought that was amazing. Like he could have asked us
yeah.
anything he wanted to ask us, but he asked us that, and I just thought that was just great for him to do that. Like he
And
wanted
plus,
advice.
you think about it, like he he was actually learning something,
Hmm.
about women. Like, I
Hmm.
think that's where the problem lies. Is like a lot of women think they know. Well, I know men. You're like, did you ask that? Same
Hmm.
thing with men. Well, I know women. You like, you kind of don't. But
Hmm.
okay,
Right.
everyone is different. Like, why do you think like the love language type of thing is there?
Right.
Because everyone is different.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get this person may look alike, but they could completely different.
Right.
I'm
Mhm.
a me. I heels, handbags, clothes. I'm a shopper,
Me
so
too,
I'm going
girl.
to, I'm going to get some heels. I'm going to get
Mhm.
some, I'm going to get a handbag.
Mhm.
I have a budget for the year of what, what I'm saying? And even like when my birthday come around with my man, I'll be like, what's my limit? He's like,
Mhm.
your limit. I'm like, you have to give me a limit. You have to. What's my
Right.
limit? He's like,
Right.
okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like. Like, my girl, she likes fancy dinners. She loves them. She's
Mhm.
going to go, her motto is I'm gonna always go to a restaurant with white tablecloths.
Nice. I
You
never
know,
looked at it
that
that
that's
way.
her thing. She loves it. You know, she's like,
Mhm.
I'm a speakeasy. I need a spa. I need, we always call it the three S's: speakeasy, spa, and shopping. You know,
Nice. That's cute. I like that. I really that's I mean, I will say this. My ex was really good about planning dinner dates. Like he was. We never went to the same place twice. Like we always like I'm a foodie person, so like and so like for me to be able to try different restaurants every time or different, dinner spots, and we were big on movies and shows, so like I always think always love a dinner and a movie. I'm also the type of person that will love to like cook in the kitchen and sit down and watch, you know, a movie on TV in the comfort of like, a living room, and
mm-hmm.
stuff. But don't get me wrong, I love to shop too, you know. Girl, I'm the worst one. You can't go shopping with me and ask me, should I get this? I'll be like, yep. Yeah, but do I need it or do I want it? You both, like, you know what I mean? It's like I am so
Right.
bad, girl. And don't let me catch a sale because I'll be like clearance. I'll be like, what clearance? Like, oh, let me go over here and put shoes they got. Girl, listen. I'm the worst one to take shopping. I don't have no boundaries when it comes to shopping. It's horrible.
Right.
My boundary is my wallet. Like once my dollars run out, then I know it's over. Like
Right.
then I know shopping's over, and then I'm sad. I'm like, okay, time to go home and shit.
Right.
Replenish for next time. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, I feel like I don't need a perfect man. I just need an honest one. Like you ain't got to be
Honesty is
perfect. None of us
always
are
it.
perfect.
Right. You're never going to find a perfect person anyway. Like,
No,
that's that. I think
no.
that's where people get it misconstrued when it comes to dating. The first thing they're
Hmm.
looking for is like, oh, well, he doesn't do this. I'm like, okay. Like, I always say, like, even with mine, he is not a gift giving type of person. Like, he's not going to go out there and get you, you know, this particular gift. He'll be like,
Right,
oh, I don't know what to get you. I'm like,
right.
okay. So that's why I say I get the budget. Like, what's my budget?
Hmm.
So because I could buy my own gifts. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
true.
cool with that.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
him,
Mhm.
like, I know I pay attention to what he likes. But
Mhm.
he's horrible with that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
I
horrible with
mean,
it. Like,
yeah.
like, I know that he's going to eat Italian food. I know that
Right.
firsthand, absolutely. So
Hmm.
I'm going to always go the Italian route if I have to take him to a restaurant. It's going to
Hmm.
be an Italian restaurant
Right.
because he loves Italian food.
Yeah.
You know, the what he wears. I know exactly what he's going to wear. He only wears specific colors. I know every color of what he wears. What he likes music wise.
Right.
If he, like like 1 year for his birthday, I took him to see Scarface in San
Mhm.
Diego.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You told me
Yeah,
about that.
so we went there. He loved it. He had a great time. It was
Hmm.
a restaurant out there called Louisiana Purchase that we wanted to try. Food was awesome. He
Hmm.
had a great time. So
Yeah.
now he's like, okay, we got a vacation, we got a concert, we got tacos that day from the
Yeah.
taco stand, and we got Louisiana Purchase. We,
Hmm.
we went to the beach. We had a blast.
That's
And it was
good.
all in one walk. Like,
Yeah.
that he was going to enjoy himself because he loved, this artist. So I was
Right.
like, okay, cool.
That's a
So
good gift,
that's
though.
right.
That's a
You
good
got
gift.
to learn the person that
You do.
that you're with or you're
Hmm.
going to get with. You need to learn them.
Right,
So,
for sure. I always get confused when somebody asks me, like, what's your love language? I always get confused in saying either what I like or what I like to do for others. So when somebody asks you what your love language is it usually what you want people to do for you or what you do for others when they ask you that?
well, your love language would be what you want to do. Like,
What I do for
what do
others?
you like? No, like, what do you like?
Oh,
You
what
like
I want them to do for me.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Gotcha.
So
Okay.
when you this is the language of you. You know what I'm saying? The getting to know process of you. So, like I said, you're never going to go wrong with wine with me.
Mhm.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Never. You'll never
Right.
go wrong with wine glasses. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But it can't be just any type of wine glasses. Not the, not the ones that you'd be like, oh, I like fancy wine
Right.
glasses. You know what I'm
So
saying?
when you say
You
that, does
never.
that mean when somebody asks you? So when you say that, does that mean when somebody asks you what your love language is, would you say gifts or do you say
I would say, um, I have multiple.
multiple love languages?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. So if I'm like a physical person, then I'd be like, my love language is touch
Yes.
or words of
Yes.
affirmation, pretty
Right.
much. Okay, because I don't really care about like, I mean, gifts are nice and stuff, but I'm more of a see. It's funny. A lot of guys always think I'm so hard, but I'm not. Like I'm actually really a sweet, soft person once you get to know me. Like I really like
Mm-hmm.
the softness. You know, I like to be, you know, like Sean said it like in our first live, like, oh, Angie's like she's Miss Savage over there. Like, okay, I know I have that name, it's my personality. But when it comes to men, I like the I'm sweet. I'm nice. Like so I feel like my love language is more like touch and words of affirmation, you know.
Right.
Um but I will say I'm a very good gift giver. I love giving gifts. Like, you know,
Right.
I love doing that for others though. Like I feel like I'm a really good gift giver. That's why I was saying that was a good gift that you gave him, you know?
Yeah. I love giving the reaction to,
Mhm.
like, wow, that you like when there's a thought put into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that makes me feel good when I can see that you really appreciate the thought that I have done. Because I
Mhm.
mean, and here's another part of dating that's bad is that when you do start dating certain people, they don't
Mhm.
appreciate
Oh,
anything. They
girl,
don't appreciate
anything.
anything. And when I mean anything, I mean um nothing. Like there's a guy I used to date before I got with my man. He and I are still cool. We're still friends to this day. And I remember for his birthday, I got a picture made of him and his brother.
Mhm.
And they're in like these their last names are on it's like they're in baseball jerseys and their last
Mhm.
names are across their baseball jersey. So I seen it on his Facebook and I was like, that is a
Right.
cool picture. So I was like, oh, that photograph is really cool. So I was like,
Right.
So I got the picture
Mhm.
when it got it bigger, printed bigger, and I put it in this really, really nice frame.
Mhm.
So I got that, and I got him like a nothing but cake.
I love nothing but cake,
Okay,
girl.
so I got him that,
Mhm.
and I believe something else. I think it was popcorn or something, and then I put it all in the bag, and you know was like, hey, happy birthday, and he was floored. He was like, oh my God, that is
Right.
the best birthday gift. And the reason why is because it was some thought put behind it.
Right. Right. But even when you put thought behind it, sometimes they still don't appreciate it.
And that's the problem. When you
Mhm.
when you get with someone or you start talking to someone who doesn't appreciate that you put some thought behind them,
Mhm.
then that's the problem. You know,
Right.
I've had like anytime anytime I'm going to
Mhm.
mention insane in the membrane, he he did not
I
appreciate
just want to sing that
anything.
song. Insane in membrane.
Like that dude didn't appreciate anything. So
Mhm.
for his birthday, every time he would get mad at me about something, he would go, "And don't you buy me anything for my birthday?" I'm like, okay. So
Oh my god.
so I got to the point it finally got down to where his birthday. And so I'm like,
Mhm.
okay. Um he said that about 5 times. So and you know me, I always say my backup plan needs a backup plan.
Always, girl. Always.
So I was like, okay, so since he has a lot of sisters, I decided, I was like, okay, I went and got him a carrot cake because he loved carrot cake. Got him
Mm-hmm.
that, got him his favorite apple juice, got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, cooked breakfast for the
What?
entire family. Okay.
Wow.
The entire family. I made all pans of eggs and bacon and all, I mean, all this food.
Right.
So got all of that, took it down to his parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's having breakfast, everybody's enjoying themselves. I go get this cake, got his favorite apple juice, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So then um this group, I don't even know if you remember, but it was a group called Run the Jewels.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
So Run the Jewels was coming to town. So
Okay.
I bought tickets for him for his birthday because he
Nice.
loved Run the Jewels. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, bought those tickets. And he loved UFC. So it was a big UFC fight party that was
Wow.
at the M.
Mm-hmm.
So his best friend happened to be coming to town. His best friend actually came to town. And
Okay.
so he talked to me and he was like, you know what? Don't worry about the the fight tickets. I'll get those
Mm-hmm.
as his gift. So I was like, okay.
Right.
So we spend the rest of the day at this fight party.
Right.
Had a great time, no problem. So his birthday was like July.
Mm-hmm.
Uh the end of July, like the very end of July. So Run the Jewels was coming into October.
Mm.
So he this dude had the worst freaking attitude when it came to anything. So
Of course. Of course. They be in
so
their feelings.
right. So I'm like, okay, we happened to be out one weekend, and I'm like, just out of nowhere. This is
Mm-hmm.
literally out of nowhere. We were going to lunch, and I like to go to model homes. It's just my thing. I love it.
Right.
Don't
Right.
ask.
You love that.
You know what I'm saying? So I love to go to model homes. I love to
Right.
look at them. I like to get ideas about them, whatever.
Right.
So we happened to go to a couple of model homes that day. He dude, it's almost comical how the way this dude acted.
Uh-huh.
So we're in the model home and just out the blue. Now keep in mind, your birthday is at the end of July.
Right.
Very end of July.
Okay.
Now we're like I said, we're in September now.
Wow.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're in September now. The
Okay.
concert is in October.
Okay.
I just randomly out the blue, he goes, what did you get me for my birthday? I'm looking around like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I said, the Run the Jewels tickets is for your birthday. That is your birthday gift.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I said, and then the fight party, the UFC fight party was part. Well, you didn't buy those tickets. My friend bought those. I did buy them. He reimbursed me for them because he said,
Right.
I want to actually buy these.
Right.
So it was my idea.
Right. Right. That's the my
To do that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
He gets so mad
Uh-huh.
in the middle of this house
What?
with people, other people there looking at this model home. right? Other people are in there. He gets so mad, storms out the house, slams the door like this is your house. This is not your house.
On the
Okay?
model home, you slammed the door?
On the model home.
Oh my
Slams the door
gosh. Uh-huh.
and then goes to the car and wait for me. I said, really? Okay.
Girl, shut up.
So
Shut
I'm
up.
like, why are you acting like? I said, okay. Do you want me to take you home? No, I don't need you to take me home. Okay. Do you want me to take you home?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll get a ride home. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I just said, you know what?
Deuces.
And rolled off. I was like, are you
At least you were in the
serious
state
right
that
now?
at least you were in the state that you lived in. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, how you gonna slam? I gonna slam the door of somebody else's house because you mad? Like, you making a statement.
That's the bad part of dating.
That
When you
is
don't even know if you don't know what you're gonna get. Like